Managing a modern network shouldn't feel like a constant balancing act. Whether you're overseeing a single site or managing a complex multi-site environment, you need a command center that provides clarity, control, and efficiency. Welcome to the Cisco Business Dashboard, CBD, your single pane of glass for comprehensive network management. CBD is a free management platform for Cisco SMB series products that can support up to 15,000 devices per instance. It offers flexible deployment options with bring your own cloud architecture. You can install CBD on premises using platforms like VMware, VirtualBox, Hyper-V, or directly on Ubuntu Linux. Alternatively, you can deploy it in the cloud with AWS or Microsoft Azure, making it easy to choose the setup that works best for your business. In this video, we will demonstrate how CBD facilitates network management, device provisioning, asset management, and troubleshooting through its intuitive web portal and integrated AI assistant. Let's dive in. Once CBD is fully installed and configured, log in and you land here on the dashboard. Think of this as your command center. On the top, the inventory widget breaks down your hardware. You can see exactly how many switches or wireless access points you have online. Moving on, the wireless clients by device widget shows our client density. You can see how many users are connected, and then the device health widget logs recent events, ranging from simple informational events to critical alerts like device offline. The switch port utilization and the switch PoE utilization, as well as the switch power savings widgets, give us a good overall picture of the most important or critical parameters we should monitor on a switch. For example, if you see a C1300 switch nearing its PoE budget, you can proactively move high draw devices before you hit a failure. Now, let's move on and select a random network. Instead of looking at a list of IP addresses, the dashboard automatically discovers and draws this dynamic topology map. You can see exactly how your core switch connects to the edge devices. If you click on the switch icon, a side panel opens. From here, you can see the device information and perform several powerful actions without ever opening a separate console. If you're sending a technician to a crowded rack, you can click Locate Device and the physical light on that switch will flash. You can access the device using the GUI interface or directly connect to the CLI. You can schedule a firmware update for this specific device or an entire group of devices at once. This map turns a complex wiring closet into a clear, manageable visual. By changing the overlay, you can visually highlight different aspects of the network. For example, you can select the VLAN view to see which ports belong to which VLAN, or the link utilization view to instantly spot any bottlenecks where a cable might be failing or misconfigured. You can even view PoE utilized ports and can do an L2 path trace. Now, let's look at how we manage the access. With the CBD administration, we have role-based access control for different organizations. In a multi-site or managed service environment, you don't want every user to see every network. Here you can create Site Admin User for the CBD demo organization and its associated network. You can restrict a user view so he or she can only see the CBD demo organization and the network associated to this org. This is the user CBD demo user who has read-only access. We have three primary roles: read-only, for staff who just need to monitor; operator, can perform network and/or device management; administrator, full control over system management, organization management, user, network, and device management. Furthermore, we can scope these roles to specific groups or sites. You can let a local manager monitor their specific office while keeping the rest of the global network hidden. This ensures that our security posture remains strong by following the principle of least privilege. Users only get the access they need for the specific site they manage. CBD also uses device groups for performing most configuration tasks. Device groups may include devices from multiple networks, but all devices must belong to a single organization. Multiple network devices are grouped together so that they may be configured in a single action, such as creating VLANs or WLANs to only a subset of devices. For example, if a device group contains wireless access points, switches, and routers, then configuration for a new wireless SSID will be only applied to the wireless access points. Now let's talk about network operations. The inventory page gives you a searchable, exportable list of every device in your network, complete with serial numbers, device models, firmware versions, and the name of the network and organization they belong to. When it's time to take action, we head to provisioning. This is where we manage the heavy work of the network. With the network configuration, you can push settings like system-wide DNS or NTP to multiple devices simultaneously. You can configure VLANs, wireless LANs, and manage radio frequencies, RF optimization across wireless networks. Also, you can manage the guest portals. Next, from the port management, we can select a switch and manage individual ports. Toggle PoE power, change descriptions, assign ports to VLAN, manage green Ethernet, play with the smart ports, or just shut down a port for security, all without opening a separate console. The CLI templates are more for power users. You can use the CLI templates to push custom commands that aren't available in the standard GUI, giving you enterprise-level flexibility. Templates allow to define a configuration of CLI commands that can be used to consistently configure multiple network devices, reducing deployment time. Variables in the template allow customization of specific settings per device. Moving back to the provisioning, the network plug-and-play with Cisco PNP Connect service is an essential part of the zero-touch provisioning. In the PNP dashboard, we can see a list of devices waiting for deployment, being provisioned, or pending provisioning. By using the Cisco PNP Connect service, you simply associate a serial number and device with the configuration profile and connect to the CBD server. When that device is plugged into power and internet at the remote site, it automatically calls home to find the dashboard, CBD. The dashboard recognizes the device, pushes the correct config template, and/or updates the firmware. You can monitor the progress bar as the status moves from pending through provisioning to provisioned. This ensures that every new site is configured exactly to your company standards, reducing human error and cutting deployment time from hours to minutes. It's the fastest way to scale your network infrastructure. A healthy network requires proactive planning. The lifecycle report is an essential tool for IT budgeting. It automatically identifies the end of life and end of support status for every device you own. In addition, the end of life report briefly summarizes the main points in the EOL statement, including the link to the EOL bulletin. You'll know years in advance when a switch needs to be replaced, so there's no surprises during a critical outage. We also have dedicated wireless reports. These show you client distribution, signal strength, and bandwidth usage over time. If users in a specific area are complaining about connectivity, these reports help you identify if an access point is overloaded or if there's interference in the environment. It also lists all rogue access points, SSIDs, identified for security monitoring and threat mitigation. Now I want to show you one of the most powerful modern additions to the platform, the Cisco Business Dashboard AI Assistant. Network management has traditionally required memorizing complex commands or hunting through deep submenus. The AI Assistant changes that by allowing us to interact with our network using natural language. The AI Assistant gives real-time insights for the network. For example, we type into the AI chat box, "Show me all switches with high PoE utilization." As you can see, instead of me manually checking every C1300 switch in the building, the AI instantly parses the telemetry data and highlights exactly which devices are nearing their power limit. Another example. How do I configure a guest VLAN on my C1300 switches? Another example. Do any devices need firmware updates? But it's not just for monitoring. It's an on-demand expert. If I'm unsure of a configuration step, the assistant provides a step-by-step guide tailored to the specific firmware version we are running. It pulls directly from official Cisco documentation, saving me from searching through external PDFs. The real power here is for the on-the-go admin. Whether you're troubleshooting a connectivity issue or looking for security best practice, the AI assistant lowers the barrier to entry. As we've seen, the Cisco Business Dashboard is more than just a monitoring tool. It's a powerful ecosystem designed to scale with your business. By centralizing your inventory, automating device provisioning with zero-touch technology, and leveraging the new AI assistant for real-time insights, you can reduce human error and focus on what matters most, keeping your business connected. Thank you for joining us for this walkthrough. We hope you're ready to take full control of your infrastructure. If you have any questions or would like to learn more about implementing these features in your specific environment, please reach out to your Cisco representative or visit our official documentation portal. We look forward to collaborating with you on your next network success story.